kita mau tour, boat tour, river boat tour. Ini tempatnya nih. Betul. Startnya dari sini. That's it. Thank you. Sungai. River tuh. Itu kapalnya. Ternyata di bawah ada tempat penyimpanan kapal juga tuh, kecil-kecil kan. Nah ini kapalnya nih. Sini boleh nih, depan ini, depan, depan sini. Yoi.
Oke,
Itu dia tempat duduknya.
Once in there, you'll be using marine toilets. They're very sensitive and they clog very easily. So please only put things in them that belong there. Also downstairs, you have a full-service bar. The bar is fans. We have hot drinks, cold drinks, soft drinks, hard drinks, bottles of water, beer, snacks, hot dogs, all kinds of good stuff down at the bar. Those of you
where are you guys from? Sweden. Very cool. I can say skål. Right? All right, now let's get started. Very important question. Who here has done a boat tour in Chicago before? Only a few of you guys. Okay, this one's going to be better. And let me see. We used to put a lot of frosting on the outside. So if you see a lot of unnecessary external ornamentation on a building in Chicago, probably one of the older ones, anywhere up to the 1920s, an example of that, the one in the distance on the right, that low off-white colored one that has ionic columns lining the top. Does everybody see that one? Yeah. Those columns are totally unnecessary. They're not holding up the roof. All right, that's frosting. That half of that building is from the 1920s. Then architects start to experiment, take away a little frosting. You get less frosting, eventually you're going to get just the cake. Just the cake is called modernism. Super easy to recognize. The tall black box you've been looking at in front of you this whole time, that's a modernist style building. And guess what? So is the brown box across from it, white box across from that, there's a black box behind that one, black box behind that one, brown box to the left, it isn't. That's just the cape. Okay, I'm still here. Why did that pink building get a huge drum of lights up on top? Well, it's right across the street from the Sears Tower. And yes, I said Sears Tower. We'll talk about it. Who here has ever heard of the Sears Tower? Raise your hands. So hold up, hands down. Who here before about 4 minutes ago had ever heard of 311 South Blacker Drive? Yeah. Not even the people who've done the later right across the street comes the poor second-born child. Does anyone else know what that feels like? Because I sure do. How are you going to get attention when your very famous sibling is across the street? You strap a huge number 2,000 fluorescent light bulbs to your head and light it up at night and it kind of looks like a cake. So we tend to call it the wedding cake building or the birthday cake building. But take a look from this angle. We can actually see underneath to the lower level of Wacker Drive where they filmed some Batman scenes. It is simply known by its Afton North Riverside because especially a building like that has such a narrow base, it really has to have some way to handle the wind pushing against it. That building has something super fascinating sitting up on top. You can't see it, but I love it that you're all trying to look. It's called a tune sloshing damper, or a slosh. It's never just to look cool, there's always a reason. So this one is one of my personal favorite buildings in Chicago. I would call this a top 5 building for me. It's from 2017. It's an office building known by its address, 150 North Riverside Plaza, designed by Getch Partners. But why is it even shaped that way? And you already know the answer. Remember those train tracks? So they basically had to sandwich the core of the building between the river and the train tracks, then they cantilever out for about the 8th floor. Now all these buildings have to have something to deal with this wind that is constantly pushing against them. And you have some other way, if not from underneath. That is how I want you all to be thinking as you look at the Boeing building coming up on the left after the bridge. And by the way, don't worry, I'm not skipping either of these. I'm not skipping anything, all right? My friends, I am planting knowledge seeds. We are going to tend to our knowledge garden throughout the entirety of the tour. We're going to harvest all that good old knowledge at the end. You're going to see it. Now, the Boeing building coming up on the left after the bridge, from the same year as the pink building that we started the tour with, 1990. Different architects, working in the same style, postmodern. So gotta have fun with architecture somehow. Hey, I'm having fun on the way back. Here's the little cliffhanger. Instead, just notice the shape of the building. All right, it's got a tower, and then it's got a short chunk sticking out towards us. That has to do with those train tracks under. Look to your left. These people. Push your ears like this. And look behind that boat to those trains that are going up the river. Underneath the building, it's seen in here. Active trains running under. There's active trains running under all these buildings coming up.
Entra.
And they show these upcoming buildings in some really fascinating ways. That also means that all these buildings on the left are built on a really interesting legal concept.
Oh, kita dah sampai
called
Riverside.
paradise. And how that works is, you might be the railroad company, you buy the land, you build your train tracks on the land that you own. But then that's a lot of wasted air over those train tracks. What are you going to do with all that air? Do you use it? How about you lease the rights to the air itself? From that angle, we can see it is not one big black tube. It is 9 black tubes that end at different heights bundled together. That's why it's called the bundled tube construction. It was a Bangladeshi American engineer, Fazlur Khan, who came up with that idea. It basically allows the Sears Tower to move up on top with the wind up to 3 feet in any direction. You can actually His life is about to pitch everybody. Or as we say on English, the big piece family. He's so famous for that style. You could even call a big black box like that figure the easiest building after him. Very chic. Now we're a little too close to Trump Tower. to get a sense of the shape and the height of it. So we're actually going to do that on our way back home. Jumped into the industry. Who here has ever held a Sears catalog? Okay, how thick was that? About like that, right? The very first Sears catalog was only one page in the 1890s. It was all watches, and eventually he added a few more products. But take a look to your left, because above the very corner of Montgomery Ward Warehouse, you can see a statue up there. She's on top of that scaffolding.
Oh, yeah.